Now some updates from the Ukrainian frontline. So the Ukrainian General Staff reported at least 119 clashes along the front line on October 13 with heavy activity, especially in the Pokrovsk direction, where they claim to have replayed 65 assaults. So some Ukrainian media or pro-Ukrainian outlets claim 1,200 troops killed or wounded lost on October 13, along with the destruction of equipment. Past day Russian losses amounted to 1,200 personnel, destroyed 5 tanks, 29 artillery systems, 319 WAPs, 145 units of automotive equipment. So local authorities report that 3 civilians were killed and 17 injured in Russian attacks across Ukraine over the past day. So in the Donetsk region on October 13, Russia attacks reportedly killed 2 men and injured 5 others. Infrastructure damage was also reported. On the battlefield, pro-Ukrainian sources, Euromaidan Press, have documented thousands of destroyed Russian vehicles, burning wrecks, twisted metal in areas east of Pokrovsk, where ambushes and strikes by drone armor have destroyed Russian movements. According to the Institute of the Study of War's Russian Offensive Campaign assessment, so Russian forces just continue to suffer casualties, especially in Sumy Oblast, which is Sumy region. And Ukrainian resistance is inflicting attention even of the Russia's presses forward in some sectors. So even we have some information which also was not confirmed. Okay, so here's a breakdown of the current status, implications and strategic meaning of the discussion around Ukrainian obtaining Tomahawks in 2025. So the current status is that under Trump is actively considering providing a long-range Tomahawk cruise missile to Ukraine. Trump has said he wants assurance about how they will be used before approving the transfer. Zelensky has publicly committed that if Ukraine receives Tomahawks, they will be used only against Russian military targets, not civilian infrastructure. So Russia has strongly warned that supplying such weapons would escalate the conflict and that they might threat Tomahawks. So Russia has strongly warned that supplying such weapons would escalate the conflict and that they might threat Tomahawks as indistinguishable from nuclear capable ones. So what is meaning? Like I said before in other videos, so the Tomahawks are using with a couple of different way. You can use it by putting on the submarines, you can use it on the ground bases. For example, you can put the Tomahawks, for example, on back side of the pickup, you know, and they can be launched from any places on the Ukrainian side. What about the Russian discussion and what was the reactions of the Tomahawks which will be delivered to Ukraine? So the reaction was the next one. President Putin said this will be new way and a step up to the escalation. So the Tomahawks can range up to 2,500 kilometers, so they can hit even the Moscow without any problems. And we have information right now, just it came up, that Tomahawks can be delivered or given to Ukraine very soon, maybe in the next days. And the amount is limited by 20 or 15 missiles. The Russian problem is that they say they cannot understand if Ukraine will launch this missile, which ones will be nuclear and which ones will be non-nuclear, because you cannot understand this thing, right? because they don't have any technical things. They can understand what is type of warhead inside of this missile. So what is meaning? They have afraid of these threats. And I have just watched some comments about Dmitry Medvedev when he says that this kind of missile will end if they will be deployed to Ukraine. Will be a very bad end. The first thing at Trump, and then of all of them. What he was meaning of all of them, I honestly don't understand. Maybe he says about. He meaning about all the world. Maybe he was meaning about Ukrainian, Russia, Western, and I don't know. He don't explain all these things. Then I have watched comments from Dmitry Peskov, which is the secretary of Putin. He says that this kind of missiles are very problematic for them, so they care about, so they are already thinking, if these things will be supplied, they will have some big problems. Again, the Russian side will not understand which one will be nuclear or non-nuclear. Even today, I have more information about what says the president of Belarus, Lukashenko. So Lukashenko says the next thing. If this kind of missiles will be deployed to Ukraine, this is the last step to nuclear war. This is things he said today. So just a fresh news. Maybe Dmitry Zelensky, when he will go to Washington, which will be at the 17th October, maybe he will do some agreement with Donald Trump, and Trump will give him these missiles. I don't know what they will talking about, but I'm sure at 100% they will talk about this missile, because Dmitry Zelensky before, when he talked to Trump by phone, he have some phone calls, meetings there, he said, honestly, the result of all these discussions was pretty good. So we are expecting some very good news, maybe in the near future. If he meaning about the deploy of new missiles or other things, I don't know, because he should came out, to the public, how he do all the times, and tell us what is going on right now. Okay, so I just have this message to tell about the previous news. So tomorrow, which will be the 15th October, United States will make very important announcements about deploying new weapons to Ukraine. United States have very powerful system which was never given to Ukraine. These things was said by United States representative with NATO, Matthew Whitaker. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to our private community, which is Discord community, for instant updates, in-depth, and political discussion and exclusive news content that never makes it to YouTube, okay? So stay ahead with the real insights and connect with people who want the truth without filters. Again, we have there a lot of content. We are daily published, and the content we are published there are very sensitive, so even the 18 plus content we have there, this is even the news from the Ukrainian Frontline. We have a real footages, and very important things, that news came first in the Discord private community, and only after they came to YouTube. So you want to be notified, please join with click the first link. Guys, so yesterday just was started a NATO Steadfast Noon, okay, which is a NATO annual 2-week exercise focused on training nuclear capable aircraft, crews, and associated support for tactical nuclear deterrence under the alliance's nuclear sharing and extended policies. So this exercises does not involve actual live nuclear weapons, but it's just a simulation drill of procedures, command and control, mission planning, logistics, security and coordination under nuclear mission protocols, intended just to maintain the credibility, safety, security and effectiveness of NATO's nuclear deterrence posture and ensuring that forces remain ready and capable of executing their roles if ever needed. So the exercise usually rotates among NATO allies, particularly among those that participate in nuclear sharing, which is Belgium, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, and even the Turkey. So in this year, we have a duration of around middle October, lasting roughly 2 weeks. So the main hub is in the Volker A base, which is in Netherlands, is expected to be a central hub. The region, the airspace is over the North Sea and airspace of Belgium, Netherlands, Denmark, Britain, and surrounded skies. So the amount of aircraft is about 71 aircraft are expected to participate. Number of countries which will be involved is almost 14 NATO member states. The personnel support is approximately 2,000 personnel will be directly involved as a support, logistics, command and ground crew. The types of aircrafts and participation is F-35s in dual capable aircraft role. The Germany will also continue to contribute the 3 Panavia Tornado jets plus 4 jamming aircraft. Poland will include F-16, Finland will include 4 FA-18ES, Sweden Gripen aircraft, and also supporting assets, tankers, surveillance command, and the control electronic warfare aircraft. Okay, so the focus will be an enchanted focus on security of nuclear assets on the ground, including protection against drone threats, sabotage, or intrusion. Emphasis in the public messages on transparency and the reassurance that is a routine, okay, credible, responsible nuclear posture. And even the exercise will be not offensive provocation. So the tension of the link is the exercises happen among the rising tensions over the Russian nuclear rhetoric toward NATO assets. This is a routine drill not aimed at any specific adversary. So what is the difference between the last couple of years, the Street Fast Known and the 2025 Street Fast Known? So the strategic signaling is in a global environment where Russia is stepping up nuclear rhetoric and modernization. NATO also uses this exercise both to reassure its members and to send a deterrence signal. The drill ensures the procedure, coordination, logistics, command and safety protocols are tested and maintained across multiple nations and aircraft types. So the 2025 inclusion of the United States is the F-35s in dual capable roles suggested involving integration in NATO's nuclear posture and adaptation to modern aircraft. And of course the risks are with the growing drone activity near military sites in Belgium, Denmark, and general concerns about security protecting nuclear assets, even in drills become more complex. So one of the important questions is why the General Commander Ben Hodges make point about the Kaliningrad region, which is the region of Russia, which is between the Poland and Estonia, Lithuania countries. So how we know in Kaliningrad they have Russia has not so many military power, but they have up until 225 tactical nukes, okay, there, and maybe they can have the same thing in Sevastopol, because nobody know all these things, only NATO know if the real amount of nuclear capabilities on all these regions. So yeah, just be sure you are subscribed and put the like, and also I want you to write some comment down below, and you can say your own opinion about these situations and what you think about.